Want to make the most of your paycheck? I'm breaking down the easiest ways to invest and grow your money for a wealthy future. Everybody is asking me about the steps to do after you receive your paycheck. That's why, in today's video, I'll explain the most optimal way to invest your money. By following this guide, you'll be taking the right steps toward building your future and setting up long-term financial independence. Build an emergency fund. First and foremost, the initial step to take once you've gotten paid is to set up an emergency fund. I know some of you are probably thinking, isn't that just a savings account? That's not real investing. And yes, you're right in the sense that it's not traditionally seen as an investment. But let me share an example. Picture this. You're driving home, and suddenly your car breaks down. The mechanic tells you it'll cost $1,000 to fix. If you don't have an emergency fund set aside and all your money is tied up in investments, you're faced with two options. You could sell your stocks prematurely, or worse, borrow money and get into debt, which could severely impact your long-term financial future. This scenario highlights the importance of having a financial cushion. None of us can predict life's surprises, whether it's a medical emergency or car trouble. An emergency fund acts as a safety net that protects your other investments. As a general rule, financial planners suggest having 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved, though some people recommend even up to 12 months. The most critical step is to quickly save at least 1 month's worth of expenses and then build on that gradually. So where should you keep your emergency fund? Ideally, in a high-yield savings account. These accounts are now paying interest rates of 4 to 5%, which means your money grows while it sits there, waiting for a rainy day. Yes, you could keep it in a standard checking account, but most of those only pay 0.1% interest, if anything. Remember, the point is to earn as much interest as possible while keeping the money easily accessible. I'll share my top picks for high-yield savings accounts in the description below. Maximize your employer match. Once your emergency fund is in place, your next step is to maximize your employer match. This is perhaps the easiest way to achieve significant financial growth. Many people overlook this, but it's one of the few investment strategies that provide a 100% return on your money. Let me explain. If your employer offers a retirement plan, they may match your contributions up to a certain percentage. It's essential to contribute enough to get the full match. Remember, this is essentially free money. Even if the investment options within your employer-sponsored plan are limited or the fees are high, you should still maximize this benefit. If you're concerned about the quality of the available funds, consider reaching out to your HR department to explore more competitive investment options. But the bottom line is, never leave that match on the table. Pay down high-interest debt. Now that you're getting your employer match, the next thing to focus on is paying down high-interest debt. For most people, this means tackling credit card debt. In some cases, it might also include student loans, depending on their interest rates. The reason this step is crucial is because high-interest debt acts like a financial anchor, weighing you down month after month. Credit cards, for instance, often carry interest rates between 18% and 28%, making them a huge drain on your financial resources. There are two popular strategies to pay down debt: the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. With the debt snowball method, you pay off your smallest debt first, then roll the payment into the next smallest debt, and so on. This method builds psychological momentum. On the other hand, the debt avalanche method focuses on paying off the debt with the highest interest rate first, regardless of the balance. This method saves more money over time because it targets the most costly debt first. Another financial hack is to explore balance transfer options. Some credit cards offer a 0% promotional APR for a set period, usually 18 to 24 months. You can transfer your high-interest debt to one of these cards, but be aware of any fees associated with the transfer. During this interest-free period, pay off your debt aggressively to maximize savings. Contribute to a health savings account, HSA. After paying down high-interest debt, consider contributing to a health savings account, HSA. HSAs are one of the best financial tools available, thanks to their triple tax advantages. First, your contributions are tax deductible. Second, the money in the account grows tax-free. And third, when you withdraw funds for qualified medical expenses, you pay no taxes. Essentially, HSAs give you an incredible opportunity to invest your money tax efficiently. To contribute to an HSA, you need to be enrolled in a high-deductible health plan, HDHP. The contribution limit for 2024 is $4,950 for individuals and $8,800 for families. If you're eligible, take advantage of this. And remember, it's crucial to invest the money in your HSA rather than letting it sit in cash. Choose low-cost, broad-based market index funds, which typically yield an annual return of 8% to 10%. Here's a little-known hack. You don't have to use your HSA funds for medical expenses right away. Pay for medical costs out of pocket, save the receipts, and let your HSA investments grow. You can then reimburse yourself years later, allowing your investments to compound over time. Max out retirement accounts. Next on the list is maximizing your retirement accounts, like an IRA or your employer-sponsored. Retirement planning should always be a top priority in your investment strategies because of the tax advantages these accounts offer. The money you contribute either reduces your current tax liability, traditional accounts, or grows tax-free, Roth accounts. For 2024, the IRA contribution limit is $7,000 for individuals under 50. Deciding between a traditional and a Roth account depends on your tax situation. If you think you'll be in a higher tax bracket during retirement, a Roth IRA account makes sense because you pay taxes now and withdraw tax-free later. If you're in a high tax bracket now and expect to be in a lower one during retirement, then a traditional account is more advantageous. Pay down medium interest debt. With your retirement accounts on track, it's time to address medium interest debt, such as auto loans and some student loans. These debts are less of an immediate burden than credit card debt, but they still impact your financial growth. The key here is to evaluate the opportunity cost. If your debt carries an interest rate of around 5% to 7%, and you have an investment opportunity that yields 8% to 10%, you'll need to decide whether to invest or pay down debt more aggressively. It's a balancing act that requires careful financial planning. Invest in a taxable brokerage account. Once you've tackled medium interest debt, you can start investing in a taxable brokerage account. Many people make the mistake of jumping into this step too early. But the truth is, brokerage accounts are tax inefficient, making them less attractive compared to tax-advantaged accounts. Yes, opening an account with apps like Robinhood can be enticing, but remember, these platforms make money by encouraging frequent trades. Frequent buying and selling can erode your wealth over time. Instead, focus on low-cost, broad-based market index funds like VTI and VOO. These funds provide diversification and have been proven to generate wealth over the long term. Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors, recommends these to most people. So keep your investment strategy simple and consistent. Manage low-interest debt. Finally, we come to low-interest debt, which usually means your mortgage. Most mortgage interest rates are relatively low, between 2% and 4%, making them a lower priority. Instead of paying off your mortgage aggressively, consider investing any extra money you have. The rationale is that if your investments yield a higher return than your mortgage interest rate, you'll come out ahead financially. However, if you're determined to pay off your mortgage early, one strategy is to make bi-weekly payments. By doing this, you'll effectively make 13 monthly payments in a year instead of 12, shaving years off your mortgage and saving significant money in interest. Understanding how to strategically invest your money after getting paid is one of the most impactful steps you can take toward building a secure and prosperous future. Let's quickly recap the optimal order of investing your paycheck that we've outlined today to help you achieve lasting financial independence. First and foremost, setting up an emergency fund is crucial. Life is full of unexpected surprises, and having a safety net can make all the difference. It's not just about investing in assets, but also protecting your investments from unexpected emergencies. Having 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses saved in a high-yield savings account ensures that your financial future is safeguarded against sudden large expenses. Maximizing your employer match is essentially free money and one of the most straightforward ways to grow your wealth. By contributing enough to get the full match, you're setting a solid foundation for your financial future while taking advantage of a 100% return on your investment, a rare opportunity in the investing world. Once your employer match is secured, the focus shifts to paying off high-interest debt. Debt with high interest, like credit card balances, can significantly hinder your ability to grow your wealth. Using strategies like the debt snowball or debt avalanche method can help you chip away at this debt efficiently, freeing up more of your resources for meaningful investments. Enjoy the power of contributing to a health savings account, HSA, if you qualify. HSAs offer triple tax advantages and are an excellent way to invest in your future health while keeping more of your hard-earned money. This account can act as a powerful investment tool if you can afford to pay out-of-pocket medical expenses while allowing your HSA balance to grow over time. After maxing out your HSA, it's time to fully fund your retirement accounts, such as IRAs or your employer-sponsored retirement account. Analyze the pros and cons of traditional versus Roth accounts, emphasizing the tax advantages and how your choice might depend on your current and expected future tax brackets. The goal here is to use these tax-efficient accounts to your advantage, setting you up for a comfortable retirement. When thinking of paying off your medium-interest debt, like auto or student loans, while not as financially draining as high-interest debt, these obligations still need to be managed wisely. By evaluating the interest rates and considering the opportunity cost of investing versus paying off debt, you can make informed decisions that align with your overall financial goals. Look at investing in taxable brokerage accounts and managing low-interest debts like mortgages. While brokerage accounts are great for long-term wealth creation, they should only be considered after you've maximized all the more tax-efficient options. And when it comes to mortgages, investing the difference rather than paying them off aggressively can often make more sense, given the potential for higher investment returns. The overarching theme here is to be intentional and strategic with every dollar you earn. By following proper roadmap, you're not only setting yourself up for financial success, but also learning to navigate the complexities of wealth creation. So, take one step at a time, keep educating yourself, and stay consistent. Your financial future is in your hands, and with the right strategy, you can achieve your goals faster than you ever imagined. If you found this guide helpful and want more practical financial tips and investment strategies, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.